Is NuSkin a pyramid scheme? That is a question that can strike fear into the hearts of new distributors and old distributors alike. However, I don't believe it has to, because it is holding a wonderful opportunity within the question that is being asked. So I'm going to have a crack at answering it today because I received that question today, so I thought I'd share that story quickly for you. But first, let me introduce myself. If you are new to the channel, my name is Kurt Provost, your guide to all things NuSkin. And on this channel, I cover all things relating to NuSkin, mainly doing deeper dives into the products and how they can potentially benefit you. If that's something that you would like to see more of, then give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and YouTube will take care of the rest. There are over 200 videos that you can browse through that are answering questions that you probably have on your mind. Now, to the question of the day. Is NuSkin a pyramid scheme? Well, I received this response from someone that I was having a business communication with in Facebook Messenger. So I'd reached out to this person about expanding business with them, and I thought they had a lot of potential and wanted to explore that conversation with them. And so I shared a bit of information with them when they said, sure, tell me more. And I was using a tool, which is a great way of exposing someone to the business to learn more about NuSkin, because it isn't all about you. And yes, I have this channel, especially for me. It's important that I use tools, because people can easily think that you have to have a YouTube channel in order to do this business, and you really don't. Most people are way more successful than me at NuSkin, and they don't have a YouTube channel. So, you know, you don't need a YouTube channel, you need to use tools. And so I shared a video that went through a business presentation, a business briefing of sorts, that gave an introduction to NuSkin, who they are, what they do, what the products are, and how the money works. And their response was, thanks, Kurt. Sounds like NuSkin's a pyramid scheme, question mark. And I read some reviews on Google, something like that. I'll put it up on the screen for you to read off. And I thought, okay, that's an interesting response. I haven't had that response for a long time, but when you start out in the business, you seem to get it often enough, and I think it has something to do with the certainty of the business. But whenever you get that question, generally I would assume that the person has already made up their mind. In many cases, especially on social media, they've already made up their mind, and that's a way of saying no. That's all well and good. It's still a fantastic opportunity to educate them a bit. Sometimes people are saying it out of curiosity because they don't really understand. I think in this instance that was the case. That's hence the question mark there, rather than just a blanket statement of saying it is a pyramid scheme and you can't change my mind. Whereas a question mark is it a pyramid scheme? And that you can do a lot with, because there is curiosity there. So I saw it as a great opportunity to educate this contact of mine about what exactly NuSkin is and what it isn't, and why it uses the direct sales model. So I recorded a quick audio message, and I said something along the lines of this. I said, in most countries around the world, pyramid schemes are illegal. Now, NuSkin is an American company founded back in 1984. They've been around for 40 years now. They are operating in nearly 50 countries. In every single one of those countries, it is illegal to run a pyramid scheme. And yet NuSkin operates in those countries, for many of them for multiple decades, and they have the complete support of the country's individual regulatory agencies. They are totally approved, they are audited, and they have ticked the box that they are a legal business entity. They are not operating in an illegal way. Further to that, NuSkin has been on the New York Stock Exchange for over 2 decades now. And they also run audits every quarter. You got PricewaterhouseCoopers auditing us every quarter. A lot of very, very intelligent people researching NuSkin and investing into NuSkin. I mean, the hedge funds that invest in these companies do a huge amount of their own due diligence, because they are working with billions of dollars, hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. That's a big responsibility that they take very seriously. if NuSkin was an illegal pyramid scheme, someone probably would have found out about it by now. If not, I mean, wow, congratulations, NuSkin. That's that's a hell of a track record to pull that off for 40 years. But the reason why this question pops up is because NuSkin is a direct selling company. That means they go direct to the consumer rather than marketing their products or handing their products over to a retailer. That is the conventional business model. So I was also communicating with someone today that they have their own skincare line, and they were sharing how they have different branches or franchises of chemists that stock their skincare line, and that's how they market the products. They run advertising, and also it's put on the shelf in those chemists, and then the chemists are also running their own advertising for that. All of that costs money. There's pros and cons to that model. It happens to work really well for their particular product. And with NuSkin's product, what we find is that there are some products out there in the market that cannot just sit on a shelf, like you see the ones behind me, just sitting on a shelf in a store next to hundreds of other products where the only reference point is the price and whether or not you've seen that product somewhere else and some famous person has said, use this product. The advertising return on investment is diminishing over time. The old way of just getting a celebrity to endorse your product is not working as well as it used to, thanks largely to the influencer world and social media. People are getting recommendations from their favorite people that they follow on social media rather than the celebrities that we now well and truly understand are just saying they use this product or they like this product or they're holding this product because they were paid millions of dollars to hold it. So we don't really trust that as much. Instead, these products, like the ones behind me, they need to be demonstrated. They need to be explained. They need to have someone educating people about the benefits of them and the intricacies of them. And how do you do that in the conventional business model? Like that lady I was talking to who has her own skincare line. She said, I would love to have private consultations with every person who wants our product. I would love to have consultants who could be doing those consultations and recommending the best product from our range for them. But how on earth can they employ enough people to do that? They can't. That's a massive expense. They're just a startup brand. They don't have that kind of bankroll behind them. However, NuSkin cracked the code, and I believe this is behind their success of back in 1984, starting with just $5,000 startup capital and an idea of creating a product range using all of the good and none of the bad ingredients, and then putting those products in the hands of trained distributors like myself, like you may be, and they can then go out and share these products, demonstrate them, put them on the skin of those who need it the most, and leverage the trust that is inherent in their personal relationships to share these great products through recommendations. And as a result of that, every time someone would sell a product thanks to that sharing from the distributor, NuSkin would pay a commission to that distributor. So the benefit of that business model, that direct sales business model, is that NuSkin could grow from $5,000 startup capital without having to employ thousands of employees. I mean, they could never do that with that investment that they had. They could have motivated or self-motivated distributors who would go out and share these products because they love the products and they know the other people who need the products by their first name, and they would get way better results than advertising would. That is how NuSkin grew to be $1 billion company within a 10-year period, which makes it a hyper-growth company. That was the secret to their success. At least one part of it was the business model that they chose rather than the conventional retail model. So there's a whole lot of other benefits to it, but the part where people get very confused about pyramid schemes is, but hold on, don't you earn money on your team? Don't you earn money off the efforts of other people? That is called MLM, multi-level marketing. And that describes the compensation plan. Now, NuSkin, you kind of have a choice here. When you start with NuSkin, it's just normal direct sales. It's just peer-to-peer. You put some effort in, you get some money back from the results of that effort when people are purchasing products. We only get paid when people buy products, which is rule number one of whether or not a company is a pyramid scheme or not, is do you get paid for just signing people up, creating accounts, recruiting them? Is there a product that is involved in the transaction, or is it some sort of service, or it's a digital product or something like that where money's changing hands but you don't really get anything for it? So NuSkin just crosses off both of those because it says you don't get anything for signing someone up. You get paid only when product is sold. Number two, there's a product to sell. It actually warrants the use of a distributor force because it's a complicated product that needs a little bit of explanation or at least a demonstration of that product, which again is the most effective way. If you want to sell a product, demonstrating it is the most effective way of doing that. So that is right there how we are getting paid. Where the multiple levels of compensation comes in is, what if you want to expand beyond that? How could they have a distributor force that is growing of its own accord, that is self-motivated to do that? Well, if they go out and they have other people who want to earn money as well, and they teach those people how to do that, they become the trainers of their team members, and they help guide them through the process and guide them on this business journey, because business is really difficult. You just look at the success rates of business and they suck. Most people fail at business, and they fail really fast. So most businesses do not last the first year or even the third year. It's very, very rare for businesses to progress beyond that and to turn a profit. And most of those businesses have shelled out so much money to start up the business. This is the beauty of the direct sales model of the multi-level marketing world, is that you can start your own business without that risk of the massive investment. Because with NuSkin, it's free to create an account. It doesn't cost anything. And there's no requirement for you to purchase something as well. They've made it basically as easy as possible, as equal opportunity as possible to get started and earn some money. And you will have a one-on-one mentor. In fact, you'll have a number of mentors, people who have a vested interest in your success, who are going to teach you exactly how to build the business and find success in it. And in return for them teaching you that, they will earn a percentage of the revenue that is generated from your sales. That doesn't come out of your commission, that is factored into the compensation plan. And this is where people get their panties in a twist over the idea that, hold on, you're earning money off the effort of other people. Well, so does every other business owner. I mean, that's the whole point of starting a business. Your employer, whatever the job is that you have, your employer is earning money off your effort. They wouldn't employ you unless you brought in more revenue than they paid you, because that's how business works. You have to turn a profit. I find a bit of a discrepancy here where people don't notice that they're in the exact same pyramid structure that upsets them so much in their own workplace. But when they are looking at network marketing companies, and network marketing is just the name for, it describes what we do. We market products through personal networks. That's how we build and grow this business. So that's I guess the most descriptive term. MLM is describing how we are paid or how we can be paid, and direct sales is the overarching principle of how the products are moving from the company to the consumer, as opposed to the retail traditional pathway. So with all of that said, when people are looking at multiple level marketing, network marketing companies, they say, oh my God, it's a pyramid structure. It must be a pyramid scheme. No, they're two very different things. You can have something that's in the structure of a pyramid. Almost everything is. At least anything that is a hierarchy, that is an organizational structure, will have a pyramid look to it. Don't get freaked out by that. That is natural, that is normal. A pyramid scheme is when it is an illegal business that's sole purpose is to try and extract as much money as possible from as many people as possible, and they can just run it just long enough to turn a profit for the owners before they run overseas with their Swiss bank accounts. That is a pyramid scheme. NuSkin is not that. What NuSkin is at its core is a company that has provided the opportunity to transform for thousands, hundreds of thousands, in fact, millions of people around the world, whether that be through fantastic, innovative products or through a very flexible, low-risk business that allowed them to pursue whatever it is that's most important for them. So I didn't say all of that in the minute and a half audio recording answering the contact that asked if this was a pyramid scheme. But I essentially said the 2 points, that is, pyramid schemes are illegal in every country that NuSkin is operating in, and NuSkin is on the stock market, so someone else probably would have noticed this before you. And the people in the comments section on Google reviews, it's like they're not the people that I would be basing my decisions on, because you don't know the personal circumstances that have led them to make that comment. You don't know what product they've used if they're commenting in general on the products, because there's hundreds of different products and maybe they used the wrong one for them. There's a fair chance of that. You don't know the business journey of whether or not they're actually a business person or had the right business mindset or did the right activities to make their business a success. So all of that is kind of up in the air right there. I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that. I would look to the people that are communicating about this business with you and ask the simple question of, do I know this person? Do I like this person? Do I trust this person? And would I like to have a similar lifestyle of what they've got? Or do I like the pathway that they are on? Would I like to end up where it looks like they're going to end up? Would I like to be on the same trajectory? I think that's a better way of assessing the business. So the second point that I mentioned in the audio was simply explaining the difference between the retail traditional pathway of selling products and the risks involved with that and the benefits of it, and then the direct sales pathway and the risks involved with that and the benefits of it. And that's it, really. It's an opportunity to educate, and educating people is essentially our job description. We educate people about the products and we educate them about the company and the business. So what they do with that information is beyond our control. So don't worry about it too much. Don't stress about this question, because it's an excellent opportunity to educate someone, which is exactly what our job description is. Alright guys, that's all for today. I hope that was helpful. Just thought I'd jump on and share that little anecdote from my day. If you enjoy these sort of videos, I can certainly create more of them. If not, I'll just stick to the product stuff. So drop a comment if it was great, or a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't done so already. My name is Kurt Provost. I am your guide to all things NuSkin, and I will see you in a future video. And just quickly, before you go, if you happen to be watching this video and you don't have a NuSkin account already or a sponsor to work with, but you're looking at it going, you know what, that actually sounds like the business model that I would like to participate in. How do I go about doing that? Well, I would love to hear from you. You can find me at Kurt Provost on Facebook or Instagram, or at kurtnuskin@gmail.com, and we'll continue the conversation there. I'll show you exactly how to get started in the best possible way with this awesome company. All right, guys, see you in the future video. Ciao.